How to have sex without your parents knowing. It can be tricky to have sex without your parents finding out, especially if they like to keep an eye on what you're doing. Never fear, though, people have been doing this for generations, and there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get away with it. You will need to get creative, be discreet, and do plenty of planning. Read on for a handy guide on the planning and execution of covert sexual activity. 1. Do it when your parents are away. Know their schedules, and plan for a time when they will be away for at least a few hours. Make sure that there's a large enough window before you get too excited. Listen for talk of date nights, weekend events, and movie plans. These are usually good for about 3-5 hours of parental absence, during which you can plot your own secret rendezvous. If they ever go out of town and leave you in charge, you've hit the jackpot. 1. 2. If your partner's parents are more open-minded or else leave the house more, go over there as much as possible. This is probably the easiest option. If your parents won't let you go over to a boyfriend-girlfriend's house, you can always lie and claim to go to a friend's house or out shopping. However, this could cause more trouble in the long run. 3. Seize the moment. You never know when a perfect opportunity is going to appear. If you and your partner are raring to go, you should be ready to jump on the chances that you get. 2. 4. Use a car. Having sex in a car is doable as long as you can find a secluded place to park. This option might be a bit cramped, but it certainly can be done. If you live in a rural area, try pulling over on a country road. Business parks are usually fairly deserted on weekends and after hours. You can also try to hide in plain sight with lots of other cars around. Be wary of parking near buildings or businesses. Look out for security cameras, and make sure to read any signs that indicate you're not supposed to be there. You don't want to draw the attention of police or security guards. Keep in mind that many public places are closely monitored at night, when people usually have less reason to come and go. Explore during the day if you want to avoid suspicion from police, rangers, and security guards. 5. Talk to mutual friends about other options. You might be able to arrange for some privacy at a social gathering or the house of someone whose parents are less uptight than yours. It's a long shot, but totally worth looking into. 6. Venture into the outdoors. Remote natural settings like parks and forests are usually good places to get some alone time. Fill a backpack with food and blankets, then spend an afternoon hiking around together in search of secluded spots. Make sure to use a place that is safe and private. If you know of a good spot already, feel free to take your romantic liaison there. Perhaps there is a makeout point near your community. Maybe you know about an old tree house in the woods, or a quiet place where no one goes. Make sure that your partner is up for roughing it. Not everyone is comfortable with the great outdoors. Make your intentions clear beforehand. 7. Look for another indoor space. Book a cheap motel room, if you can afford it. Take your partner to an unused or low-traffic room at school, at work, or at another community building. Perhaps you have the key to a storage room at your school or at your work, or maybe you know about the corner in the church basement that no one ever checks. Try to think outside the box. 8. Be aware of the risks. It is illegal to have sex in many outdoor and public spaces. It is illegal to have sex with a minor, younger than age 18, in the US, even if you yourself are a minor. If you really like this person and you are able to find a discreet place, then legality need not stop you, but make sure that you understand the consequences. If you are caught violating these laws, you might be arrested or fined, and legally labeled a sexual predator. Even worse, your parents might find out. Check the legal age of consent for your state or country. If you live in the US, the age of consent may be 16, 17, or 18, with a corresponding, acceptable difference between ages. 3. If the age of consent for your state is 18, this means that sex with anyone younger than 18 is illegal. even if you are 18 and your partner is 17, or if you are 17 and your partner is also 17. Many teenage lovers have been branded sexual predators over the years. This label follows you into adulthood. You have to register as a sex offender whenever you move to a new address, and you may not be allowed to live within a certain radius of a school. 4. Whether the law is fair or the law is blind, you should be aware of the consequences of what you're doing.